Yo, what's going on, guys? Censor Martin here. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today, I'm so happy to finally share with you guys my complete house tour renovation video. I moved into this house 2 years ago, the day before Thanksgiving, and ever since then, I have been non-stop renovating this house while traveling all across the world religiously. I mean, I've been traveling more than I ever have in these past 2 years while trying to manage doing renovations on a home at the same time. If I could go back again and do it differently, I probably wouldn't have done what I did just because of the amount of traveling I did and the amount of renovations. I didn't think it was going to be as much work as it was, but when I was 23 and I first got the house, I didn't know how much work I really wanted to put into it until I started going, and then I realized that I didn't want to stop until it was absolutely how I wanted it to be. I ended up buying this house for $650,000 and I put about $300,000 into it. So with all that being said, guys, let's get started. And we're gonna start right here where I'm standing right now with the apron. So when I first bought this house originally, there was no apron, it was just a regular street, but I wanted to put in a cobblestone apron because I really like the look of it. And that's one of the things I really loved about this property, is having a nice wide open area for a driveway, because I want to have a lot of my friends and family come over this place, and I want them to have a lot of room to be able to park their cars. So there's a lot of room over here for people to come over and do what they want to do. And we also, going right past the apron, also did the driveway. So this was just like a regular blacktop driveway when I first got it. There was a bunch of cracks in it. It didn't need to be redone, but I honestly just wanted to complete the look of it because I love the stone paver look. So we did the whole driveway across. We put a brand new cobblestone apron in and a cobblestone border across the side of the driveway. Also put in really high-end professional lighting to light the entire house up. They didn't have any lighting system in here. They also had a broken sprinkler system when I first purchased the house, so I had to get a brand new sprinkler system and lighting around the perimeter. Maybe I'll take some B-roll shots, but probably not because I'm going to post this today. But there's lights across the entire property that illuminate at night, and it looks really nice, and it keeps the house well lit. So I thought that was a really nice addition to the home as well. Now, coming towards the front of the house, this was a really important thing, and I thought this was an absolute necessity when I first got it. I put this stacked stone on the side because I think it looks really nice and it completes the look of the house. And I also put in a brand new walkway as well. So I redid all of the masonry in the front and the backyard of the house. This was really shot when I first got the house. When I first came here on my first ever house tour, all of this, like this entire walkway that we're walking up right now, literally looked like craters. Like my grandfather would not be able to come up these stairs over here, and he still complains to me saying that I need to put a railing in, but he physically would not be able to get up. And again, coming over to the porch over here in the front, we did everything brand new with the stone, and I just wanted to stick with one consistent stone all throughout the house. And then we also put in this giant window in the front right over here. So originally this was 3 separate windows, and I wanted to open it up and make it a little bit nicer for one, when you're inside of the house looking out, seeing this beautiful house over here and seeing the bay view to the right of it. I wanted something that was nice and big and grand, so I thought that it was a really important thing for me to put this big window in. Also, one of the most important things we did to this house, and my dog was screaming, so I wanted to pick him up because he has a lot of anxiety, to say the least, but we put these cedar shakes all across the house. So we did brand new siding. Originally there was like this yellow cedar shake around the side, and I didn't really like the color of it, and it also was a little bit worn, so we did a brand new siding. We went with the beige theme because both the houses across from me are gray, so I wanted to stand out. We also put a brand new chocolate colored roof on the house too, because I thought that the chocolate colored roof with the beige siding would look really nice, as opposed to prior having a yellow sided house and then an orange roof. It just wasn't something that I liked. One last thing that we also did to the house, which you probably won't notice in photos, maybe if I have some old photos of the house you could see it, but if we go towards the front, if you look up at the house over here, I added a new structure where this wreath is right here. I put this entire new piece in where this white siding comes above the wreath. I added all of that up on there, and I also added it up on this arch over here because I thought the house needed a little bit more dimension. I thought it looked a little bit boring. I remember when I first bought the house, one of the first things I thought was like, damn, this house is the right price, it's the right location, but it needs a little bit of work. And I remember posting about it, everyone's like, why'd you buy such an old house? I'm like, just wait for me to make this video 2 years later and I'll show you why. So I thought that these were 2 really nice touches, because this house from the front looks really nice and clean, but it doesn't seem over the top and bougie like the house across the street from me. It's really nice, clean, comfortable, and warm, and that's one of the things I love about this place. So when you guys come into the house, the first thing you're going to see is this whole living room area where we have this awesome Christmas tree over here, and this fireplace area too. One of the things I really didn't like about the house was that one of the floors was a different color from the kitchen. So this floor was like a whitish color, and this floor on the left, or on the right over here, was like a dark color, and it really threw me off, so I wanted to sand them both down and make them the exact same. So we did that. We redid the entire floors of the house. Over here we have a gas fire pit, which wasn't working either when I first purchased this house, so this is actually getting installed tomorrow. So if we did this house tour video tomorrow, you would see that we have a fireplace here. We also repainted this brick because it looked a little bit worn down as well. So now we're making our way over to the kitchen, and this is definitely the best part of the house. Anybody who comes here always ends up coming into this area. This countertop over here, this island piece, was like blue when I first purchased the house. The walls were baby blue. The backsplash over here was red. I completely ripped it all out. I put this brand new countertop in and I love it. I think the white looks incredible. I also have G Fuel Cherry Lime right here because right now we're running a really good sale with G Fuel. If you guys use code Censor, you can save 33% off G Fuel. I believe it's going to be running until December 7th. And also for the entire month of December until December 25th on Christmas, if you guys use code Censor, you'll save 30% on G Fuel. So if you guys act now until the 7th, it'll be 33% off. And then after that until Christmas, it'll be 30% off. Make sure you guys buy it. Honestly, cherry limeade is the top 3 flavor. Anybody that you ask will say the exact same thing. I'm so happy and I'm so proud to have this flavor and to be working with this company for such a long time and working with them from the ground up. So make sure you guys cop some cherry limeade. So now making our way over to the stove part of this kitchen, I put this backsplash in as well. This was all red. I have some photos I'll put up on the screen too. The only other problem too, this has a leak in it, so I had to replace this. So this, that, and then the steam shower upstairs, the last 3 things until I'm done spending money in this place. But we put in a brand new refrigerator over here. I just didn't like the old refrigerator that we had. I thought this one was really nice because it has a little handle right here where you can open up the door, grab a water bottle if you want to make a pre-workout for the gym and do what you want to do. Also, these bottom doors over here are a freezer, which is really nice. And then if you come over this way, we also put in a double sink because prior to this, there was only like a single sink over here. And I thought it'd be nice to have a nice open area of a sink to just be able to do things because when you're in a kitchen, you need a sink. So I thought that was important. Then coming over to the dining room, I put this TV in here. I thought this was another amazing addition to the house. It's one of those Samsung frame TVs. So it looks like a picture frame right now. I'm actually gonna change it to something Christmas themed and then you just turn on the TV and then boom, there you go. We got ESPN on right there. So I wake up every single morning of my life. I drink some Control. I sit down over here. I watch some TV. I make my I head to the gym, and it's an amazing life. I couldn't complain. I'm really happy with everything that we have. And then into the dining room over here, I didn't really change too much to this room. I added this little wall shelf over here so I can put some photos down. Like, we got a photo of me and Marilyn right here. Photo of the dogs here too, my sister and I. But yeah, we didn't really do too much into here. The only problem when I first purchased the house, all of these boards on the floor were completely warped. I don't know if you could pick it up on the camera, but everything is completely flat and straight now. The reason they were warped is because of something I'm going to show you when we go downstairs to the den. Basically, there would be water coming into my crawl space, and the water and the humidity would rise up, and then it would make the boards warp. So I had to redo the floors, which cost a pretty penny, and then I also had to put in sub pumps into the crawl space downstairs. So if we make our way downstairs into the den, another thing I love about this place is that everything is so close together. So when you come right down here, the first thing you see to the right is the guest room, which right now has the love shack that goes in the living room where the Christmas tree is. So it's kind of a mess in here, but it's a really nice little guest room for people if they want to sleep over. We got a bed here. You got the love shack, which usually goes upstairs. We have all these couches to the right over here where people could sleep at as well. And then coming into this room, again, we didn't really change too much in this room other than cutting down this fireplace mantle because it was substantially higher. I would say it was about up to here. And realistically, you can't really fit a nice TV in. And I thought this room was incredible for hosting, incredible for having people over, incredible for watching sports. And I thought it was absolutely a necessity to have my 65-inch TV in here. So I had to cut this thing down probably like a good 2 feet in order to fit the TV. We also have a natural burning wood fireplace that we've been using a lot recently, especially because it's been so cold outside. So it's been amazing to just sit down here and watch football on a Sunday, make a fireplace, and just chill with all the Christmas lights on. It's my favorite time of the year by far. And then over here we have the bar, which is also really incredible. When I first purchased it, this wasn't closed off, but I think it looks a lot nicer because we have a storage area in the back. This countertop is actually made out of broken beer bottles, so if we do a little zoom in on it, you'll see that every single little piece in here is actually a broken beer bottle put into the countertop, which I thought was really cool when I bought the house. And then over here we have a nice sink, we have a nice little refrigerator that also has a freezer on the bottom in case you have to freeze anything. We have a bunch of cabinets for shot glasses, for, you know, regular plastic cups, glasses in general. This was a really cool custom shelf that they put into the house before I came here, and they had a bunch of books and stuff up here. I wanted to make it more like a decoration thing, so in the regular time of the year we have like a bunch of beach themed stuff, and then for the holidays we have Halloween, and then for Christmas we have Christmas stuff. And like I said, I love this time of year. We also put in this popcorn machine too, which we actually use a lot, and it tastes incredible. Highly recommend it, guys. It's like $150 on Amazon, and it works really nicely. So we use this a lot. We got a little radio here, we got a little bucket of popcorn too. And then if we come over here, this is the final thing I just did to the house, guys, which was actually one of the things I was really looking forward to that I waited for a long time to do, but this is probably something most of you won't care about. But we put in natural gas for the entire house. I had a oil burner on the outside with oil, and I didn't like refilling the tank. It's not as efficient, it's not as clean, and it's also more expensive. So doing natural gas is cheaper, it's more efficient, and you don't have to worry about having somebody to come to refill the tank. So we just put in this is a hot water burner, and then this is the actual system for the gas. They just finished this up about a week and a half ago. That was a big job as well, and I'm really happy that that's complete. And then over here is just the washer and dryer, which we also had to switch the dryer over to gas because this was running on electric, which also really isn't that efficient. So a gas dryer is a lot better and a lot more efficient than the one that we had before. So I'm really happy that we got this done. And then when we come over here into the garage, so we make our way over to here, and this is what I was talking about in the dining room above. So if we come over to the right, it's gonna be a little bit tight, but this little area right here is my crawl space. And if you want to take the camera and come up over here, you can see everything is completely dry. But just to give you guys some perspective, this entire area would be filled with water, like at least 3 feet high throughout the entire crawl space. And all of that water would be sitting right under the dining room, which isn't healthy to be breathing in. It isn't healthy for anybody at all. And it also is going to warp your floor. So we had to install 2 sub pumps into there, which again, another thing, I don't understand why the homeowners prior to me didn't do that, because it's just not a healthy thing to live with. Like having water sitting under you inside of your house is something that you should avoid at all costs, especially when you live on the water. So we put 2 sub pumps in there as well. So the last thing we have before we go over to the backyard, which we actually changed since the backyard renovation video, is another bathroom over here. So this whole downstairs area could essentially just be like a suite for anyone if they ever wanted to stay over. So if you guys want to stay over the house, leave a like in the video and comment down below. You guys can sleep in the guest room, sleep in here, make a fire, have a TV, have a sink, have a bathroom, have your own shower. It's completely separate from the house, which is nice. You can go through the back as well, which makes it really nice. But we're gonna go into the backyard. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of the changes that I made to here as well since the last backyard renovation tour video. So now in the backyard, we completely did a video on this. If you guys want to watch the specific backyard tour video, we'll go more in depth about it. But we put in brand new pavers, we got brand new furniture, we have a grill over there to the right, we have a hot tub over here to the left. We redid the shed because that shed was actually like yellow, and it also had an old roof on it. I'm so OCD that I got the same roofing for my house and I put it on the shed on the side over here, which is where we put all of our stuff for the winter, whether it's our furniture or our stuff for the jet ski. Everything goes inside of here. So right after this video is done, we're gonna wipe everything down, wait for the snow to dry off, and put everything in here for the winter because it's starting to get cold. But we had to install brand new fencing around the perimeters of the house because of the dogs. They would find ways to escape. So we put brand new fencing on the left, brand new fencing over there on the right as well. And then since the backyard renovation tour video, we actually added this small little patio area over here because we wanted to have a place to lay out at because we didn't have that in this backyard at all, and I thought this would complete the look. So we added just a little small like 10-foot patio. It's like 9 by 10 or 10 by 10. Just 2 little lounge chairs, a little place for you to sit down, have a drink. We also put 2 speakers in over here above the hot tub, and we also put 2 speakers down over there in the sitting area. So if we come over here, this is more like the chill spot of the backyard. The fireplace over there, the grill over here, obviously. We got the lights across the walkway, all across the perimeter. We put in a brand new deck over here as well because this deck was shot and tilted. So we put this in. It's Trex decking all the way across the side of the perimeter. Like I said, the brand new fencing over there. And then something that was really important for me too, on the bottom of the house over here, because I like to pay attention to the small details, we added this stucco that kind of matches in between the house color and the paver brick color, because this was all just like some weird looking cracked up concrete. So we stuccoed the entire perimeter of the house just to fill in all the cracks. And then when we come over here on the side of the house, we put in the fence like I said. We got a little doggy weight here too for the dogs. I don't even know if they play with that one, but they like to bring all their toys in the backyard and then leave them out here and they get destroyed. But over here on the side of the house, we have our air conditioning units behind these trees that were put in as well, which kind of hides everything off really nicely. So we got these pine cone trees in here. We had to put extra fencing into the corner over here too because Mimi and Buddy would constantly find ways to escape through this black little fence on the side. So I had to install all of it over again just for these 2 little dogs over here. And now it's nice because I can leave them in the backyard and let them hang out and not have to worry about them. And it honestly was probably the best money spent on the entire house. All right, so now when we come back to the main area of the house, we come up the stairs to the second part of the house. And right over here to the right, I might make changes to this way in the future, probably like 10 years from now when we have kids. I might add a staircase and another level on the top, but that's for another time, another project. In this office over here, we didn't change much on the outside on camera speaking, but we did put this piece in here. My boy Blake Jameson made this custom piece, which is really cool. It's like a diamond dusted thing of New York City because I wanted to get more like New York subliner scene thing, so I wanted a cool New York thing. Honestly, you guys can't see any of the changes, but I put in these soundproof walls all across these walls. So we ripped out the sheetrock on this wall, And on this wall, we put in this new insulation, we put in this new heavy-end sheetrock, and we also put in these soundproof barriers as well. If you guys are trying to soundproof your room, I highly recommend you do not do what I did. I thought ripping out the sheetrock and putting in high-end insulation and this specific sheetrock that apparently if a bomb was supposed to go off, you're not supposed to be able to hear on the other side of it. I put that in these walls, and it doesn't really do anything. It might help 10 to 15%, but my girl could still hear me clear as day. If we stand on the other side of this room, I'll test it right now. Can you guys hear me? Of course you can, because it doesn't work, because I know, because I tested it. I'm a very meticulous guy and I like to do things the right way, and it didn't do anything, so I'm really disappointed. Like I said, guys, $5,000 wasted. Hopefully you guys can learn from my mistake if you watch this video and you're trying to soundproof something. Do not put the soundproof insulation in because it will not work. Into this closet over here, we have a huge area over here where we could actually renovate and add more to the house. Like this goes all the way out to the dining room and it goes all the way across the other side of the house. We could realistically like make rooms out of this and put a staircase up here as well. So when I have kids in the future, guys, if y'all want to see me do that for a video, smash the like button on this video and we'll make that happen. Then when we come out of my gaming office, which is where I spend most of my time, other than the kitchen, we have this bathroom that we fully renovated as well. Completely ripped this thing up and put a brand new bathroom in, and it looks incredible. It has a jet tub. It has an LED mirror on both sides, which is nice and adjustable with dimmers. And then this is Marilyn's setup with her room as well. She has her egg chair in the corner over here. This is like her little area where she likes to edit. It's a little bit echoey because she's actually going to be adding more art and putting a carpet into here. And then she has her closet, which I'm not going to touch right now. But she has her little college degree over here, her little like boxes and everything, and all the little sentimental stuff. So this is a really nice room. And what I really love too is that every single room in this house is a really big, comfortable, even size. Because when I was doing a lot of different house tours to try to figure out which house I wanted to buy, there would be a lot of nice things about the house, but then most of the rooms would have like quirky angles and like a cute little ways, and some of the rooms were like really small and undersized. Every single room in this house is a good size, and they all have really nice big windows. Like look at this, man. If I was sitting outside and I was editing and I wanted to look out, you got a beautiful view of the water right here. I just think this is incredible, man, and I'm just really blessed that I was able to get this spot. And now for the master bedroom, which is where we sleep. So we spend a third of the day here, a third of the day in the office, probably the other third of the day in the kitchen for the most part. This entire room, as you guys are going to see from the before photos, the bed was right over here facing over to the windows. They had a little TV put up into this corner, which I didn't really like, so I completely closed off the wall over here where they had a closet, and I just made a double closet on the other side, put the TV over here, put the bed facing the TV, had the window still to the left, and then I put the little doggy steps here just the other day so that the dogs could get up and down the bed, put the giant mirror over here, another mirror over there, and I also put window treatments in on every single window. That took like 3 months for those to come in because you have to get them custom ordered specifically for the sizes of your windows, which is a really annoying process. So imagine redoing floors, redoing paint, redoing moldings, redoing siding, redoing roofing, redoing window treatments, redoing windows. I mean, while playing competitive Call of Duty and traveling, it was a lot. But then we also, in this room over here, did a brand new closet, which you guys have seen a couple of times in my video, so I'm not going to go too in depth over it, but we have our whole shoe collection here, which is, I'm a huge fan of Yeezys. I got all my Gymshark hoodies, all my N-Box gear down here, my Call of Duty New York stuff. I got my beanie right here, which is really nice, especially for the winter. I'm going to be using this a lot. I put a mirror on this side of the wall over here, which I honestly don't really use that much, but if you guys want to see it, you can. It doesn't really do much to the house, and it was probably another giant waste too. They ended up charging me $550 for this stupid white mirror. Honestly, I probably could have just made a piece of glass myself and then put borders around it, but I didn't know all this information back when I first bought this house, and now that I've been living in here and I've seen at least 40 different companies, contractors, workers coming in and out of my house over 2 years and seeing how things get done, I've learned a lot, I've matured a lot, and I've learned how to make things myself and do things for a lot cheaper and a lot more efficient. So last thing in the house, as you guys can see, is the bathroom, which is incredible. The one thing I really love more about this house than anything, guys, is that it is very nice and it is very clean and it's very modern, but I wouldn't consider this house extremely upscale compared to other homes that are probably $1 million. Like when you think of $1 million house, you're thinking of something with like a really bougie stacked stone fireplace and marble bathrooms and crazy, you know, decoration pieces everywhere. Like everything is really nice in here, but it doesn't feel over the top. So we have subway tile in the bathroom over here. We have a steam shower with a double raindrop head with an adjustable thing. We have a heated towel rack. We have heated floors. It's just like the perfect house, honestly, man. Like it has everything that you need. We have the double sink, one for me, one for my girl.
Are you done upstairs?
Yeah, we just have to do this outro and then we're done with the video.
You're like a little ninja.
Alright, so guys, that's it in the nutshell. This is the final video I'm going to make on the house tour, unless we're going to add more to the house when I have kids in the future. But honestly, guys, these past 2 years have been some of the craziest life-changing years of my life. I've transitioned so much, I've grown so much as a person, I've renovated the house, and I've also traveled, and just going through all these different experiences really taught me a lot about myself, and it really taught me a lot about where I want to be heading in the future and moving forward. So if any of you guys are looking to purchase a home, I highly recommend that you guys just do your research on anything that you're going to do, because I had to do so much research on how to get wood floors done in the correct way and get the right person on it, how to get siding done the correct way and get the right people for that job as well. Make sure I'm not getting ripped off for jobs. I got ripped off from one job where I lost like $9,000 because a guy had to redo the piping on the side of my house, and he just ripped up the whole front of my house, and I never heard from him again. I had to sue him, and I have a lien on him, and I'm never probably going to get that money. So many different processes went into this. The sub pumps downstairs to make sure that there's no flooding into the house. Redoing the floor so that everything is nice and straight and even. Redoing all of the closets and making them bigger and more optimized for space, because this house was, I don't think, renovated too much since it was first made back in, I believe, the late 60s. So I completely modernized this entire place, and I can honestly say it's everything that I've wanted. So we did new siding, we did new roofing, we did new floors, we did new windows, we did new bathrooms, we did new closets, we did a new backyard, we did new masonry, we did new walkways, we did new lighting, we did new sprinkler system, we did brand new pipes under the home, we converted the house from old propane and heating to natural gas, we converted the gas stove, we converted the dryer. I'm probably missing a few things as well, but overall, we literally did this house over from top to bottom, and it was a freaking process, and I'm just so happy that I don't have to wake up in the morning having to wait for a guy to come to my house at 8 a.m. and paying somebody $1,000. I am so happy that that part of my life is over, and the only thing I have to focus on now is just making videos for you guys on YouTube, live streaming on Twitch, practicing with the Call of Duty team, New York subliners, traveling around the world and working out and just living a good life with my family and my dogs and my girlfriend. And I'm just so blessed that I'm in this position, and I acknowledge it and I know it, and I'm just really, really grateful for everything, man. So if you guys have been watching my videos since day one, if you just started watching from this video, I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for all of the support. It really does mean a lot to me. And like I said, if there's anything you guys can learn from this video, please learn through me, because I was a 23-year-old kid when I first bought this house, and I dumped a lot of money into it, and I didn't really have any guidance going into any direction doing anything. I kind of did everything on my own, and I'm happy that I had Google and the internet. But make sure you guys do your research, guys. If you guys are going to be fully renovating a house like me, make sure you guys get a couple of quotes for everything. I know it's going to be a lot of work, because if you did any of the renovations that I just did, if you're getting 3 quotes from 3 different companies for all these specific things, it really takes a toll on you, and it consumes your entire day, and then you become addicted to it. So it's going to be a lot, it's going to be annoying, it's going to be stressful, but if you want it to be done the right way, and if you want to save money, understand and acknowledge that you will be going through stress, you will be losing your mind at times, this will consume you, but when it is done, and when it is finalized and complete, you will be happy. And for me, it's complete. And this is honestly probably gonna be my home for a very long time. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I think this is everything I've ever could have dreamed of. You know, being a kid that, you know, lived with my mom and renting small little homes and just not really having like my own space. Like I lived in like a little Harry Potter broom closet as a kid growing up. It was literally like a little side thing, like kind of like that little office piece up there. That was basically my room, except smaller and more narrow. That's what I grew up in, and I always aspired to having like this really giant, big dream house. And this house is huge. It's not a giant mansion like I imagined it to be, but I am not complaining whatsoever. This is incredible, man. And it's everything that I ever wanted. It's very homey. It's very relaxing. I want to be inviting towards friends and family and anybody that comes out here. So I'm just in a really good headspace, and I'm just really grateful and appreciative. And I'm just going to enjoy this for years to come. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys all had a great day. It's been your boy, Doug Censor Martin. Comment down below what you guys think of the house, and make sure you guys use code Censor for 33% off G Fuel. And have a happy holiday season, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow in a Call of Duty video. Peace out, everyone.